Listen here, family, this video is about people that have had their food stamps cut. They may have had a certain amount that they could spend per month, each and every single month leading up to this, and now it's been cut. That amount has been reduced. That's what I'm going to talk about on this video. Family, you already know what to do, and if you're brand new, 2 thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe, and ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it.
My food stamps just got cut from a little over $3,000 a month to $800 a month, and I'm pregnant with my 9th child.
Ooh-wee, she's starting it off strong, from $3,000 to $800, and she's on to her 9th child. I see why she had $3,000 in food stamps. Nah, $800, $900, not even $1,000 is gonna take care of 9 children.
I genuinely don't know how I'm gonna pay the grocery bill. The money we saved by having the government pay for our groceries, we were using to pay for our mortgage. But now, if we're gonna have to use our mortgage money to eat, I don't know how we're gonna make it. It's not possible for me to go out and get a job right now because I'm pregnant with my 9th child and it's currently summer break. So if I were to get a job, I would have to send all 8 of my other kids to daycare, which I can't afford, and I don't have any marketable skills to where I can make a job that would be paying more than the daycare cost. I have 6 different baby daddies, and I've tried going to all of them to ask for more child support, and only one of them has offered to give me an extra $100 a month, which I'm grateful for that, but it's not enough to take care of all of my kids. I'm planning on taking the baby daddy that I know makes the most money back to court to see if I can get a little bit more of his income, but I can't afford to take every baby daddy back to court to get more money. So I'm in such a bind right now.
Good morning. Update on the food stamp situation. Yes, my food stamps got cut dramatically. Y'all please be prepared. It got cut dramatically. Literally nothing in my life has changed. They cut my stuff off, then made me reapply. I reapplied and it's been cut dramatically, and I have had no changes from when it was before. I went from getting $536 a month to $82 a month, and now there is a deductible on my Medicaid, almost $2,000 deductible. So just warning you guys, if this hasn't happened yet, I asked Alexa why my food stamps went down. She said the big beautiful bill. So yes, we think this is not going to take effect for a couple years, but there's literally no reason for my food stamps to have gone down like that. I do not make more than I should. As a one person household, there's literally no reason for it. So I just want to put this out there. Brace yourselves. If you're going through a similar situation, it's okay. We can get through this, okay? Single moms out there, don't panic. It's gonna be fine, okay? You just gotta use the food stamps you get for smart. Maybe buy your meats up or whatever, be smart with it. And this is the beginning of our demise. So let's live it up, I guess. Anyways, anybody who's going through the same situation as me, I pray for strength for you, and just know everything's gonna be okay, and be prepared. Your stuff's probably gonna get cut. I think maybe I'm one of the first people this happened to, but I cried about it already. I'm not gonna cry about it no more. Just gotta step up and handle my shit. So if anybody needs to talk, I'm here. Love you guys.
Boy, at this rate, it's time to get off the system. It's not doing nothing for you anyway, or it won't moving forward. $52, what can you get with that? You can't even get 1 meal barely. You might be able to just get 1 meal with that, right? 1 meal, maybe 2 if it's a struggle meal. Some sardines and some Vienna sausages, some pork and beans or something like that. Maybe you can get a couple meals if you want to eat struggle meals. But 52? That's a slap in the face. They might as well cut the assistance out completely for these people. Why even give them that? That's barely even help.
I'm fucking pissed the fuck off. They cut my motherfucking food stamps to $85 fucking dollars from $738. How the fuck that's supposed to support a household of 3? For a job that barely even support my basic needs now. Inflation is high in the bitch. Groceries is high as shit. Oh, I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm mad as shit because how the fuck am I supposed to survive off that shit? So when y'all see me in the motherfucking store stealing stuff and that shit in my motherfucking bag, nicely act like you don't see shit and mind your motherfucking business, because this shit is going in my motherfucking bag, and I'm walking out this motherfucking store with my motherfucking chest up and my head held high, and I dare you to try to tell me, hey ma'am, excuse me, because I'm gonna look at you like you fucking retarded and say go talk to Trump about that shit.
What a lot of men mean when they say Our Lady shows the government, because the entitlement in this video is out of this world. I know a lot of ladies like this who are single by choice with the same entitlement issues, who were taught growing up that the government is the government's job, it's the taxpayer's job to supplement their income because they have the inability or refuse to keep a man around to help them raise those kids. So it's daddy's government's job to come in, offer food stamps to keep everybody's bellies full. It's daddy's government's job to come in and supplement the housing situation and pay half the rent. It's daddy's government's job to make sure that everything is okay, right? That's choosing the state over building a community. Because when you choose to lay down, when you choose to try to have a child in this world, one of the things that you need to have a discussion about, which nobody seems to do anymore, is what y'all's goals are for these children in the future. And if you just getting your shit off with just a random man who's just trying to get a nut off, I guarantee y'all not about to have that conversation. Because if he's just trying to get a nut off, he's not gonna have that goddamn conversation with you. A lot of y'all are having babies out of one night stands. I'm not saying that's the case in this woman, or with men that y'all barely know who are not gonna help y'all raise that baby. And y'all were raised to believe that if that man don't show up, fine, I can have a baby, but daddy government's gonna come through and supplement my income. And I'm telling you, you are living in a time right now. You can blame Trump, you can blame whoever the fuck you want, where the government is tightening its belt and they're saying, fuck you. They don't care about you or those kids, or whether you go to bed hungry or not. And you can say whether it's right or wrong or whatever, but you need to consider that before you decide to bring people into this world, because it is not the government's job. It is damn sure not the taxpayer's job to take care of you and those children. And the amount of entitlement you have to say that you're going to go into a store and just start stealing shit because you can't afford to get X, Y, and Z. Instead of having those goals and projecting that to be your future, how about projecting the future of having a good, decent man come into your life to help you raise those kids? Or if you don't want a man, build a community with your girlfriends and try y'all best to pull y'all resources together and build a community so y'all can rely on each other and not necessarily the state, because the state don't give a fuck about you, baby.
We talked about basic needs. People can barely meet their basic needs. Food being the major thing that's of concern right now for people. How can they afford groceries due to inflation, due to these tariffs that are set to kick back off? We know the grocery store prices are about to be super duper different than what we've been used to seeing. It's going to be higher to go shopping, even higher than it is now, right? You already get about half the items that you used to get. Now you're going to get about 1/3. It's time to get more streams of income, y'all. I'm going to keep saying it, because food prices are about to go up to levels that we've never seen in our lifetime. Mark my words, this is prophetic. A loaf of bread will cost a day's wages soon. I'm telling y'all, we nearing that point. We're nearing that in our lifetime.
If you've ever received food stamps, welfare, unemployment, or child support, I need you to stop what you're doing right now and listen to me. The USDA is pushing very hard to get your records from your state into the federal government. You do not want this. This is a setup, and it's a setup designed to put people in jail. What this means is that they're going to go back and take all that data and cross-check it with your tax records so they can put you in jail, bestie. Because the way our law is written, the exemption to the 13th Amendment applies when you owe money to the federal government. If you owe the government money, they can enslave you. This is not exaggeration or hyperbole. This is law. Now, you might think you haven't done anything fraudulent and you're safe. You're not. Any records you have access to prove your innocence come from where? Your state. So what happens when the Fed says that those 3 months you were on unemployment, you were receiving it fraudulently, and now you owe them that money back, and you ain't got it? This is a really slippery slope, and they're pushing for this to target black people. But if I was white, I would be extra concerned, because y'all are the majority of the people who receive welfare. Y'all are the majority of the people on food stamps. Y'all are the majority of the people receiving Social Security income. Y'all are the majority of the people getting unemployment. It's almost like y'all are the majority or something. This is the easiest way to incarcerate and enslave America's poor population, because slavery makes dollars, and only dollars make sense to this president. But by all means, continue to think you're the exception.
Right, so I don't think they just targeting black people. I don't think the government is, I ain't gonna say they ain't racist, because they got a history of being racist, but I think they're classist. I think they're targeting the lower class of people and the middle class of people, because the middle class is being eradicated and they will become the new lower class, or those that are in poverty, if you will. That's what I think. I think it's more than black people that just fit into this box of people that they're targeting. It's not a color thing no more. It's a control mechanism. They want to control the world. They want to control everybody. By us keep talking about race, that's a divide and conquer tactic that they used for so long. Now they just want to control everybody, create their one world government, dystopian world full of oppression, control, and suffering. They don't want nobody to flourish but themselves, the elites. They want everybody else to suffer.
I got approved for $36 worth of food stamps. I am just in disbelief. Why people that go to work can't get food stamps? I'm not saying give me hundreds of dollars. Damn, a bitch can't get 100? 50 at least. The bitches ain't even give me 50. They said 36. Here you go. I mean, I'm gonna take it because fuck. What the fuck? But what the fuck? Like, bruh. I don't know. I don't know. This country really just wants you to be a bum. They don't help you when you get off your ass.
Just a PSA for anyone on food stamps or any type of welfare. So Section 8, cash assistance. If you are receiving any type of government aid, you will now be required to pass a drug screen once a month. I just got off the phone with my caseworker to let me know that I needed to be down to the office, Department of Human Services, within 24 hours for a drug screen. And if you fail the drug screen, they take all of your welfare benefits away and you cannot reapply for another 90 days. So if you were on food stamps and you can't pass a drug screen, you're going to lose everything. So I don't know. You are requiring somebody on food stamps to pass a drug screen, but you don't require the McDonald's worker down the street to pass a drug screen to work, but you're going to force the ones that actually need help to pass a drug screen. Tell me how this makes any sense. Tell me how this is not taking our rights away. Anybody else hear about this? This is crazy.
Now, family, let me know how y'all feel about this one. If this part is true. She's saying, because I haven't done my research on this, so I'm not going to act like I know if this is true or not. That's why I'm asking y'all, is this true? And if this is true, do y'all feel there should be a drug screening attached? If you fail the drug screening, then you can't get food assistance. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Clearly, she must be one of the people that probably do drugs, so she don't want to hear about that. She don't want that to be a part of getting food stamps. But I remember seeing her video. I included her in one of my videos before. She was doing food stamp fraud anyway. So we already know she's not a righteous person.
Cut my food stamps from $2,800 down to $350.
Check out this Trump voter. In Spanish, we have a term for this guy. It's called huevon.
Now, what am I supposed to do? So I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration, all this shit, whatever, that, all these cuts and whatever he's doing over there, now they're telling me I have to go work. Now I have to go do all this. Well, I literally got 5 kids. Okay. I'm trying to sit here and spend time with them. I'm not trying to go work, 50, 60 hours a week so I can pay bills. I just really don't understand. I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had good was going on, but now all of a sudden, all this policy stuff's coming out and now he's making all these cuts and now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more. I'm done with that guy. I'm not, if he gets voted in again, I'm leaving this country, because I'm not dealing with this no more. This is all shit.
Hey, buddy, I have an idea. How about go to fucking work like everybody else, man? You can either go work in the fields. I hear they're hiring right now. Or you can go stand on the fucking street with a sign begging for money. Or maybe stand across the street on the other corner and sell some roses. Oh, you thought kicking Mexicans were gonna get you extra fucking money without you having to work? Is that what you thought Trump was gonna do for you? From my understanding, there's all kinds of fucking work right now. Construction, the restaurants, the hotels, the fields. You know what you don't see? Immigrants doing? Begging online, like this fucking loser.
Y'all, they just took my food stamps. Oh my gosh, I can't even begin to tell y'all how frustrated I am. But more importantly, what am I gonna do? Now I told y'all something was a little iffy and that we have to get our ducks in a row, y'all. We have to get our ducks in a row because guess what? Now I gotta figure out myself, but that's cool. The whole thing is they're doing food stamp reductions. Now, did I think it was gonna be me? No, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really didn't. But here we are. So for all y'all thinking that I just be BSing and this is not going on, this is going on. You can Google it. Google Trump administration food stamps and see what you don't read. But yeah, y'all, and get this. It was only $400 anyway. Like, how did I make the list of who to reduce? Talk about you don't meet the eligibility requirements anymore. That's crazy work.
Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to do your research. This is for anybody that's gonna come in the comments and be ignorant and say this is not true without doing research. Y'all gotta stop trusting the media, man. The media don't tell you the truth. If you still believe the media or what the president is saying, if y'all haven't realized, he says one thing, takes that back, contradicts that with something else. He's making contradicting statements each time this man opens his mouth. You gotta read what's in writing. So if you're gonna trust the news, trust the articles that they're putting out that are accurate, not the platforms that are controlled by the elites that are meant to brainwash you, meant to trick you. You gotta do thorough research. You gotta know what you're looking at. You gotta know what's true and what's false when you're doing research. And you gotta dig deep into these acts, these bills and these laws that are being passed. That's what you gotta do. If not, you'll be deceived. But I'm gonna let this other brother talk about it. I ain't gonna just talk about it.
Here we go again, guys. Here we go again with the food stamp cut thing. It looks to be true this time. I guess they are going to be cutting food stamps. I seen one story where a guy was getting $3,500 a month. I'm sorry, $3,500 a month for 9 kids that he actually takes care of. He takes care of 9 children that's actually his biological kids because I think the mom passed away years ago. So he's left to take care of 9 children. Having 9 children and being a single parent, it's hard to get a job. Even if you get a job, it's not gonna make any difference. The job is not gonna cut it. So the guy's in a position to where getting food stamps is probably a smart decision for him to do. Why not take advantage of the system? People have been doing it for years, hundreds of years, guys. They're cutting his food stamps from $3,500 a month, guys, all the way down to $350 a month. My thing is this right here. You know, cutting food stamps is not going to do nothing but hurt the American people. Even while getting food stamps and getting government assistance, people are still living in poverty, man, even with the extra help. The people who's doing the right thing with their food stamps, not selling their food stamps to people, not fencing them off to other people, not putting groceries in other people, because there are people out there who get like $1,000 a month in food stamps, and they will fill their refrigerator up and then go fill their relative's refrigerator up, just because. So, but there are some people out there who's doing the right thing when it comes to food stamps and government assistance. But we know you have 2 types of people. One type of person is doing the right thing, the other type of person is doing the wrong thing. But it seemed like that the government, the United States government, should be trying to find ways to cut other things, like the way that we spend money in other countries, trillions of dollars a year on their goods instead of making those goods right here in the U.S. Why sit here and hurt the American people who don't deserve it? People who work every day, people who bust their butt, pay their taxes, been doing it for years, and they started having children and just couldn't work anymore. Daycare alone is crazy. You imagine a daycare for what, 1 child? What's that like? I'm just gonna say hypothetically, $150 a week. I'm not saying that's what it is. It could be more, it could be less. But what if daycare for 1 child is $150 a week? So if you have 2 children, that's $300 a week. If you have 3 children, think that's what, $450 a week, guys. Some people don't even bring $450 a week home. I'm sorry, some people don't even bring $450 home a week from their paychecks. And even if they do, guys, they gotta rob Peter to pay Paul because that money is already spent before they get it. So I'm trying to figure out, when it comes to this big, beautiful bill that's been signed, how is cutting food stamps going to benefit the American people? It seems to me like cutting food stamps and government funding for these people is going to cause crime to go to an all-time high. We see a census every year of this city crime rate is down. This city rate crime rate is down. This city crime rate is down. Robberies are down. Homicides are down. Theft is down. Vandalism is down. Auto theft is down. All you finna do is be hiring more police officers when these cuts take effect. Now, we did see that the government assistance with the big beautiful bill wasn't going to take effect until the next term for the next president, because that will make the next president look bad. We know this, but it sounds to me like some of those food stamp cuts are actually already taking effect right now to this day, guys. So it's, my opinion is really sad, man. I just don't understand where it's going to save money at. How is cutting food stamps going to benefit the American people who depend on those food stamps? I know they're saying that those people that's getting food stamps need to go to work and get a job. But if you go to work and get a job, don't they cut your food stamps anyway, guys? If you're getting $500 a month in food stamps right now, and you have to report your income to the food stamp office, what do you think going to happen when they find out you're making an extra $1,000 a month? You think they're going to give you more food stamps? You think they're going to praise you? No, they're going to cut your food stamps. So I don't understand how cutting food stamps is going to help stimulate our economy. If you guys know something that I don't know, please share it with me. But thanks for watching. I'm out.
We are already in a recession. This collapse will be worse than the Great Depression. It'll be the worst in U.S. history. Not just U.S. history, though. Let's talk about world history. Gotta keep it real with y'all. Family, let me know what y'all think about this video, man. If you don't get food stamps, then of course this doesn't really affect you, right? But maybe you know somebody that's getting food stamps that really needs it, and they're not abusing the system. And maybe this is gonna affect them and their kids. So you gotta always think about the kids, man. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this, family. I appreciate you. Peace. And to my Hebrew fam, shalom. I will catch y'all on the next one.